Tonight at my local cinema, I got to check out Enter the Dragon 50th anniversary in 4K. Now, prior to this, I've never seen this movie, but I know it's well beloved. I know it kind of changed the game in cinema, and especially kind of like kung fu style movies. However, what did I think of the movie? It was downright awesome. Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this review, whether you're new or returning once again, as I am going to try to stray away from spoilers as we talk about 1973 movie Enter the Dragon. Directed by Robert Clouse, music by Lalo Schifrin, and starring Bruce Lee, John Saxon, Jim Kelly, Kienshi, and many more. Enter the Dragon tells the story of Lee, a Shaolin martial artist who is recruited by a British intelligence agent to infiltrate an island and capture a high-profile drug lord. Going into this movie, gonna be honest, I've never seen any trailers. I knew it had Bruce Lee in, and that's all I knew. I've never seen a Bruce Lee movie, so this is my first ever experience, and I guess like what a way to get an experience into, you know, Bruce Lee and who he was and kind of this hype and this like cemented legacy that he has by experiencing Enter the Dragon in 4K in the cinema and on the big screen for my first ever time watching this movie. And just before we go a little bit further into today's review, I would like to say a huge thank you to all my awesome Patreons who help to really support the channel. If you're interested in joining Patreon, and if you're interested in buying some merch or checking out my debut book, there is a link down below in the description box you can click where you can find all that good stuff. Thanks for listening, really appreciate it. Now let's get on to the review. I'm going to be honest here, I haven't got hardly any negatives at all with this movie. I loved it. I had a great time. I was smiling from ear to ear. I was laughing. I was invested in what I was seeing in front of me just as it was unveiling itself in each and every act and everything that was going on. I had a great time. Okay, let's start with the music here by Lalo Schifrin, if I've got that right. Incredible. Absolutely flawless. Just relaxing sounds as, say, when they're traveling on the boat, or even if it is more of those kind of, you know, more up-tempo beats as the fight choreography is going down, which we'll get into. The music is great, and I even heard that the music sold maybe more copies than what the movie actually made in terms of profit. Could be wrong, but I'm not really surprised if that really is the case, because this is a soundtrack and score that I would listen to time and time again. Now, I love kind of Japanese, Chinese music, and I love that kind of different ethnicity music because I just think it's beautiful. It's just different than what you kind of hear maybe day to day. And that for me, when that was just playing throughout this movie, I was completely invested and sold. Now let's touch on to the choreography that I just mentioned before. Outstanding. This is just so well done, and I believe the choreography was all kind of supervised by Bruce Lee, or at least kind of maybe put together by him. Correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comment section, whether it is a one-on-one fight or whether it is a huge breakout fight we get towards the end. Again, without spoilers, each and every set piece is done so well, to the point where you are just kind of cheering Lee on, or whether it is the case where you are laughing and maybe some in the zoom in camera shots as the kind of fight progresses, or as it comes to a climax of a battle. It is just a lot of fun, and to be honest, maybe each scene in this movie goes by a couple of minutes maximum before we get another fight, and this tournament as it unveils, as this kind of leads into the integrity of the plot, it is just so entertaining. It's fascinating, and you're going to be glued to the screen as you can't wait to see another fight. There is also a very surprising kind of cameo here that I didn't even realize until after I looked it up on IMDb, and then I kind of went back and saw a little clip on YouTube. But Jackie Chan makes a cameo in this movie in a couple of scenes, and I was like, wow, I was baffled. I didn't even know. The acting all around, okay, it's silly, it's goofy, it's well done for what it was meant to be, and that I can't really fault. If you're expecting, kind of like Oscar worthy and, acting here where you're never going to see anything better than that, you're not going to get that here, but I am absolutely fine with it. I will say a big highlight for me was Jim Kelly's character of Williams, who had me laughing. Like, his dialogue and his mannerisms was just perfection. If I'm going to go into literally any negatives here, I mean, you could kind of pick this movie apart to an extent, with like how it's aged, some of the sound effects and some of the kind of dubbing and what they did after this movie. Some of it doesn't sync up that well to an extent, but for me, I wasn't really bothered. I found it more hilarious more than anything, and I just had a great time with Enter the Dragon. So my overall score is a 4 out of 5 stars. Have you seen Enter the Dragon? Have you seen this in 4K? Have you even seen this movie at all? Do you plan to? Or is this actually a well-beloved classic to you? Or do you have a hot take and do you hate this movie? Well, let me know either way down below in the comment section so we can continue the discussion down there. If you enjoyed the review, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button down below, and until the next time, I'll see you, I'll be seeing you later.